Hey, what's up everyone? Aubrey Trades here and welcome to another Sunday night watch list. That's right, it is November, which means a new month and a new bag full of opportunities. So let's focus up. Watch list is pretty long this week, so I'm going to do my best to get through it as quickly as possible. Main trade ideas are going to be Sympathy bounces to backed holdings, which had a nice, great Friday run. Personally, would love to see this pull back and retest the 36-35 range as support, because I would like to get involved. We could see significant upside on this one with the quality of the MasterCard deal. Not that it's going to shape up, but I mean, QuantumScape ran to 130. So just saying, not out of the realm of possibility. Now, for the Sympathy bounces, I think DWAC is giving us some nice structure here. If we open north of 75, I'm looking for a retest of this range here in the hundreds. PHUN north of 450, I think opens up the opportunity to get us back in this 5 range, possibly the 6-7 range. We got EQOS, which ran really big into the close. Just sort of watching, would love a pullback into that 6 range. Otherwise, it's a breakout over 750 for me. Look at this significant, just kind of shelf area right here. I think over 750 kind of takes us into the potential to retest this 10 range, especially if we get some good volume there. Then moving on down, we got IFRX and IRNT. IFRX's third day surge watch. Look at the discrepancy in the volume, right? Day 1, day 2, and then if we gap up a little bit, that means, so this volume discrepancy tells me that I think there are people that are still short from here that are still in the stack, and if it gaps up, they start feeling the pressure and they might start cutting, buying to cover, which gives you that additional momentum to retest this area, right? So then we got IFRX, IRNT, IR. So many I's, right? IRNT watching for this trend break out here. And we got IINN. Nice little setup and a nice structure here on the 30-minute chart. So we're going to be keeping an eye north of 461 to retest the 625 area. That was IINN, Beamy, and then SGOC. Beamy. Boom. Some nice structure here. A little higher low. Range is getting really compressed. So north of 92 cents, I like to retest the 125 range. Ideally on some good volume and possibly another PR, right? Could push us back into this one over, the 140s, 150 ranges. That'd be really cool to see. SGOC hasn't really been doing anything, and we've been tracking this for a while, but it's still holding up. I mean, this low is slightly higher low than this previous low, which is slightly higher low than the previous low, which is slightly higher low than these lows. So it's really just, I mean, we're getting to that inflection point. Whatever way it decides to go is gonna be pretty insane. Take a quick look at AHFD. Whoops. AHFD. Let's go to this daily chart. It did find a bounce at this lower support line, which actually ended up being the 3055 EMA cloud, which is really interesting. Just started using this today. I like having the higher EMAs on the thing as well. So interesting, looking for some kind of long reversal, but give it time. MWWC we haven't talked about in a while, but look at this nice consolidation here. If we start to uptrend a little bit and we see another PR piece and we break this structure back into this 99 cent area, I think that could give us a nice momentum move back into the penny half range. Abby, third day, but I don't know, it could still run. We'll see what side of this structure it wants to open up on, right? If we open south of it, I'd love to see a panic bounce here into the 12s. Then we got CubV, which was the Friday winner. If you're gonna play this for the gap and go, I would look for the gap up and for the red to green level to hold, and then that's your entry. But this doesn't have a great history of gapping, so I'm not holding my breath on the gap. In fact, it might be more likely to open the door to a panic, but something to be aware of. It was a big winner on Friday. WTRH still like it over 205. Nice little trend forming here on the daily. On multiple time frames, this looks pretty good, right? Take the 30-minute chart, right? Nice higher lows. Little trend break happening here. Again, over 205. VTCY, all-time highs over 445. Nice little structure forming here as well. So we're going to look for that breakout over 434. QS and Lucid are going to be my Tesla EV sector watches. QS for a long-term reversal, kind of broke out of this trend line here and has been consolidating. And I think that might give us the juice, especially if we're popping on this earnings, to rotate back up into this 40s range. We will see. Lucid had a great breakout last week that I did not get involved in. A little extended here on the daily, but still got this nice structure going on. So we'll see which side it wants to open on. If it opens south of it, I would look for an entry closer towards the 1 hour chart if I wanted to play this for continuation, because I mean we are pretty extended, but still plenty of continuation in the cards for those two. BGI is another crazy breakout. Just watching, this reminds me a little bit of Huddy right now. Just nothing but straight up. And Huddy we saw run, I mean this run started at 3 or something and it went all the way to 28. So I mean I don't want to say that I won't get involved, but I probably won't get involved. But I'm something to be aware of that's going on. GREE, here we go. Nice little momentum trend change forming here on the 1 hour chart. Nice little gap up. Nice little trend break here. If we go to the daily, right, you can kind of see it a little bit more clearly, right? For first green day, popping back up over here. Highs at 60. So if we want to hold this 27 to 30 range as support, then I think we could start rotating back up to that. Next down the list is GEVO. Trend break forming here on the daily. Highs at 15, currently at 723. So keeping an eye on that. Opening north of 750, I think we can rotate up into the 9s, in the short term. I think it would take some time to get us back up to 1557, but you never know. You never know. IONQ. I told you it was long, guys. I'm sorry. New all-time highs, just watching. I wanted to pull back down, see this 12 area serve as support. ARQQ. Nice little trend break forming on the daily, finding support here around the 3550 EMA cloud. So that's, the trend is still in place as far as that's concerned. Looking for a continued rotation to the upside, breaking out of this trend here. HCWB and Trent are two more third day surge ideas. Look at the discrepancy in the volume. So if we gap up a little bit, opens the door to a retest of these day one highs. And TRIT, same thing, discrepancy in the volume, gaps up a little bit, opens the door to retest the day one highs. That's gonna do it for the watch list. Sorry, I know it's longer than it has been, but there's a lot of setups potentially forming out there, and I'm trying to take a bigger picture approach this month, right? Before I get out of here though, I want to give a quick shout out. 100 plus subscribers. Thank you so much. Genuinely did not expect anyone to be interested in this channel when I started it. Look at this is the old channel dashboard that before it refreshed, right? Look at this. Okay, back to the watch list. So yeah, I just think it's pretty cool. We're out here, we're all trading together, trying to get better, improve together. I think that's more than I could have ever asked for. So thanks again. I'm glad you guys dig this enough to follow along, and hopefully, we can all make some money together, right? That's what it's all about. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you got value out of this, please hit the like button. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what other type of content you want to see from this channel. I'm Aubrey Trades. I'll be back in the morning where we go over the gappers. See you then.